Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Warehouse and Operations as a Career. Over the last several years, we've discussed dozens and dozens of opportunities in warehousing, transportation, manufacturing, distribution, and logistics. We've talked about forklift operators, order selectors, recruiters, dispatchers, transportation managers, supervisors, safety professionals, operations leaders, and many of the global supply chain positions. Today, I thought we'd talk about one of the positions or career paths that, isn't thought about much, but without it, simply put, things would grind to a halt. And that's building maintenance, the people who keep the facility running, the men and women who make sure the lights come on, the dock doors open, the HVAC systems cool and heat the buildings and keep our coolers and freezers cold, that the plumbing works and the equipment keeps operating. Without them, nothing else happens. And the amazing thing is, many of these careers begin with the simplest task imaginable, changing a light bulb. I'm Marty, and let's talk about it today. When most people start in a warehouse environment, they may enter as a general labor associate. Maybe we're unloading trailers, stacking pallets, cleaning work areas, or even assisting with counting inventory or any of the 50 other tasks that need help every shift. We're learning about attendance, safety rules and procedures and expectations. We're learning what it means to be a part of a team. Managers start noticing people who like fixing things. The employee who notices a broken door handle or a slow roll-up door. That associate who reports a leaking pipe. The team member who volunteers to help move equipment. The person who wants to know how things work. Those individuals often find themselves helping the maintenance department. And that's where a completely different career journey can begin. Many facilities have what is commonly called a utility associate. Sometimes they're called facility assistants, maintenance helpers, maintenance utility technicians. The title doesn't really matter much, and the responsibilities are usually very similar. Tasks might include things like replacing light bulbs, painting walls, cleaning dock plates, changing air filters, maybe even minor repairs on equipment. Or organizing maintenance supplies, even assisting contractors and helping the company technicians perform preventative maintenance. Those aren't glamorous jobs, but they're valuable jobs, and more importantly, they're learning opportunities. Every task teaches something. Every repair becomes a lesson, with every day becoming a classroom. One of the first skills many maintenance associates begin learning is basic electrical work. I'm not talking about becoming an electrician overnight. Of course, electrical work requires training, certifications, and safety knowledge. But maintenance associates often start learning how lighting systems operate, how to replace ballast and LED conversions, circuit identification, lockout-tagout procedures, and electrical safety principles. They begin understanding why power flows the way it does. They learn troubleshooting and how to diagnose problems. They learn how to identify problems instead of simply reporting them. That's a valuable skill in any profession. The same thing happens with plumbing. Many maintenance technicians start by helping experienced professionals. They learn how water systems operate, how valves function, and how drains are maintained. Things like leak identification and fixture replacement. Then comes one of the most in-demand skill sets in many nations today, HVAC, or heating, ventilation, air conditioning. As maintenance associates gain experience, many employers will sponsor training opportunities. Some associates pursue certifications on their own. Before long, they're troubleshooting rooftop units, maintaining industrial climate systems, diagnosing airflow issues. And with those skills comes increased earning potential. What I find fascinating about maintenance careers is how they combine multiple trades into one profession. Electrical, mechanical, plumbing, HVAC, carpentry, safety, even project management, vendor relations, and budgeting. It's one of the most diverse skill sets in the entire facility. And I've found that many maintenance professionals continue developing themselves through formal training. Things like OSHA certifications, lockout tagout training, HVAC certifications, EPA refrigerant certifications, electrical safety training, welding certifications, boiler certifications, preventative maintenance programs, and facility management certifications. Each certification adds another tool to the toolbox. And employers notice these kind of things. One thing I've observed throughout my career is that maintenance professionals become incredibly valuable because they save organizations money. Imagine a conveyor system goes down, production stops, orders stop, shipping grinds to a halt. A skilled maintenance technician can diagnose the issue, repair it, and get operations moving again. That's value. The ability to solve problems creates opportunities. And as we've learned, organizations reward problem solvers. As technicians gain experience, I've seen many advance into leadership roles, maintenance lead, and onto maintenance supervisor or facility supervisor, even maintenance manager and facilities manager, or regional maintenance manager and director of facilities positions. These leaders may oversee multiple facilities, maintenance budgets, preventative maintenance programs, and manage vendor relationships, compliance initiatives, construction projects, and safety programs. They're no longer changing light bulbs, they're making strategic decisions and planning future improvements, helping organizations operate efficiently. Now, the path isn't always direct or happening in a straight line. I've witnessed people begin as janitors, as forklift operators. Some come from manufacturing or even the fleet or transportation environments. What matters most is curiosity and the desire to learn, the willingness to ask questions and to volunteer for opportunities. As you know by now, I've always believed that careers are built on one skill at a time. Very few people just wake up one morning and becomes a director. Nobody starts as an expert. No one began their career knowing everything. Success is usually much less exciting than people imagine. I think it's learning one thing today, another thing tomorrow, and one more thing next week, then repeating that process for years. If you're listening today and currently working as a general labor associate, here's a quick exercise for you. Look around your facility. Notice who repairs things and who troubleshoots equipment, who maintains dock doors, who works on HVAC systems, and who keeps the building running. Then go introduce yourself. Ask questions and show interest. You may discover a career path you never knew was there. And if you're already in maintenance, keep investing in yourself. Take the next class and earn the next certification and the next skill. Because maintenance is one of those professions where learning never stops. Technology changes, equipment changes, and our buildings change. The people who continue learning continue growing. You know, saying all that reminds me of a much earlier episode from back in 2016, episode number 11, where we visited with a gentleman named Mike that pretty much lived the life that we've discussed here today. I'd urge you to go check out what he had to say way back then. Anyway, so this week, I challenge you to look beyond the obvious career paths. Sometimes opportunity isn't driving a forklift. It isn't sitting in an office or managing a department. Sometimes opportunity is standing on a ladder, changing a light bulb, and realizing you've just taken the first step toward becoming the person responsible for an entire facility. And that's a pretty incredible journey. Until next time, remember that warehousing, transportation, manufacturing, and operations aren't just jobs, they're careers. And every career starts with a single opportunity, and we can make our own opportunities. Well, I've got to go move some freight myself now. Thanks for listening in today, and hey, y'all be safe out there. Our friends and family are wanting to see us after our shift.